It's fluke. I could have turned out to be a drug addict or criminal or something. It's absolute fluke that I chose to hang out with nice people, with a nice family, and that I'm a pretty straight guy. I've been in. I'm one of those people, touch wood, that has been in every situation that should have turned me bad and hasn't.
Which is funny. I always mention that. I always said that it's a testament to your parents. The little they hung out with you, they actually managed to get some sort of sense into you somehow. Right?
It's definitely a case for nurture versus nature, isn't it?
Seriously, yeah.
I lived with my mother for 9 years. I lived with my dad for, let's say, put it 3.
Yeah.
I'm 54. The rest without them. And I spent, if you include the time after finishing school, I was educated by his family. I seriously, forgetting how much fun I had, and my recollection of it was seamless. As in, from my perspective, I had no issues. I didn't feel like it was uncomfortable or anything like that. But I do remember being very conscious that because it was a gradual process of being on my own in my apartment, I was almost becoming like a little old man in habit. My apartment was my apartment, so I'm 13, 14, and I do what I want to do there. It looks how I want it to look. I eat what I want to eat. I eat when I want to eat. So I basically had developed a lot of grown-up skills, but no cohabitation skills. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was developing an attitude of someone that would be horrible to live with because they'd expect everything to be their way, like an old lady type of thing. You know what I mean?
And you adapted pretty well to live with us.
Living with them, it put me in a house with another 5 kids, where you're all sharing stuff. You follow the rules of the household. You eat when they say you're going to eat. You eat what you're going to eat. You're sharing a room. Two of us, as kids screaming and shouting and arguing out in the outside. You get used to, it really, apart from a lot of really strong moral values, it gave me the skill of tolerance.
Yeah.
Just being able to be okay with other stuff that isn't my way.
And living...
Not in a way that I suffered, it gave me that skill set I didn't have at all, zero.
Yeah. And living with, closely you're living with my dad's parents, did you ever see them a bit as your parents, so to say? Like whenever someone...
Not in a way where I would call them mom or dad.
Yeah.
That never happened. But I idolized them both. His dad to me was like an icon, like a legend.
Yeah.
He's like everything my dad was, basically. He knew about everything. This is before the internet.
Yeah.
So, I asked my dad, so what's this? I don't know. Didn't know anything other than what he did. And there was nothing to check. I didn't have the encyclopedia written. I didn't got to check it for myself. I just sit there lacking knowledge in my own space. And I'm a very inquisitive guy. His dad had an answer for everything, and I just found it like fascinating. And then the mom gave me the bit I was missing from not being with my own mother. The warmth, the kindness, all of those sort of things. So for me, I wouldn't say I saw them as my parents, but I loved them as if they were. I think that would be fair. And to me, they were the perfect family, and I lived with them, so it's not like an outside-in thing. The irony, and maybe you'll touch on that later. I know the irony is that to me, and I lived with them. It was the ideal household, the perfect household, perfect parents, perfect siblings, best friends.
Little did we know.
And little did I realize that after, when everybody finished and left the house and flew the nest, how much conflict there was within them and the way they perceived their situation particularly with their dad.